What's up, guys? Justin here, owner of the Murder Art Collective here in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. And today I want to talk to you about how to avoid getting a tattoo that you're going to regret. And today it's specifically, rather than ways that we're going to talk about how you can get a tattoo you're really going to be happy with, we're going to talk about some things that I see consistently that usually end up in things that people regret and usually end up in cover-ups, all right? So one of the first things, I see this happen all the time, is tattoo sales, okay? People who know their quality and their worth don't put tattoos on sale. I'm sorry, tattoos are a luxury item when it comes down to it. This is something that you shouldn't be getting if you can't pay your bills, all right? So if cheap and tattoo together are what you're looking for, you're gonna get exactly that, a cheap tattoo. And nobody wants cheap body art, right? This isn't something that you wouldn't go for discount surgery or discount cosmetic surgery. Well, that's essentially what tattooing is. I always recommend don't go for tattoo sales, especially too when people are discounting their rates all the time. Usually it's because of desperation. They don't have enough clients in their chair. And frankly, when it comes down to it, they make the prices for their work anyway. So 20% off really doesn't mean anything. And then we're talking like Friday the 13th sales and stuff like that. $13 tattoos with a $7 tip. That's $20 first of all. And after the artist gets their cut, they might make $10, probably closer to 7 or 8 once you're talking about them taking overhead into account. And if you do 30 tattoos in a day, I have a hard time believing, and this is from personal experience, that you're gonna be able to give the focus to every tattoo that you do that it's really needed. That also being said, I have covered so many Friday the 13th tattoos, it's unfucking real. So this is just my opinion. I always tell people, don't go for tattoo sales. It's not a good idea. Second, this is so fucking crazy important. Do not, and I mean do not, put your significant other's name on you. Now, again, there's exceptions to every rule. There's a few people who over the years have tattooed their significant other's name on them or vice versa, that they're still together. I've seen people break up in the fucking shop, okay? So I'd say 85% to 90% breakup rate for people that do that stuff. And that oftentimes honestly goes for matching tattoos with best friends and stuff like that. They're like, oh, I got this with my BFF. Well, we don't talk no more. Fuck that bitch. Or I don't like that person or whatever, you know? And so oftentimes those impulsive tattoos where it's like, oh, we're proving our love to one another, things like that, the bad news bears. Do not recommend it. And then on to one of the things that I think is also really important to note is trend tattoos, man. I'm telling you, Pinterest is amazing for you to be able to bring reference in, but it's also killing creativity in a major way. I've seen in the 20 years I've been tattooing so many trends come and go, and as the internet gets more developed, it gets more and more and more fast. Well, it's cool to see something you like, you know, and want something similar. But what ends up happening is that we get flooded through the front doors of our shops where people all want the same thing. Literally a few years ago, it was all infinity knots with names written in them, which is a poor idea anyway. It just doesn't heal well, doesn't look nice, doesn't complement the body in any serious kind of way. And then on top of all that, it's something that you look around and you see everybody has one of those. Okay? And that goes for almost anything. When you see trends and stuff like that, they're going to be exactly that. And that's the equivalent of permanently having bell bottoms tattooed on you. And then maybe hopefully they come back or hopefully that style comes back. But that is the equivalent of having your teenage style tattooed on you when you're 30 or 40. You're like, man, that's embarrassing. And then finally, this is just an opinion of mine, but I think that for tattoos that we're going to really love the way they look later on, something that's going to be really exciting for us to still see all the time, is to don't get small tattoos, all right? Small tattoos, small lettering, small details, really tiny, minute, micro tattoos that are really, really popular right now. I see a lot of permanent makeup artists out there doing, tiny tattoos. Those tattoos age like milk. It's not good, okay? They blow out, they end up looking really fuzzy, and if you see an old sailor's tattoo that's 30, 40 years old, they got it in, overseas or something like that when they were deployed, whatever, and it's just, and they can't tell what it is anymore. Well, that's what happens to small details every time. Tattoo pigment migration is something that happens inside of your skin where it slowly spreads out, and it's just part of the process of aging. But the tinier the details, the more that's going to happen. And when you get bigger tattoos, you get something that's going to be able to really complement your body, and I think that that's super important. You want something that helps you feel more at peace and more like that belongs on your skin, not that you just slap this bumper sticker on a Benz. Now, these are just my opinions, and they're things that I've learned throughout my career after 20 years of doing this, because I've seen these situations come in over and over and over again. I've done so many sleeves where I've covered up teeny little tattoos that they got just on a whim over and over. Plan your tattoos out, guys. When you do that, you're going to be a lot happier down the road, and you might not end up with a black sleeve. Have a good day, guys. Love you.